Fellow Americans of society. Today I'm going to be talking about an important subject, and it's called sex. It is the time when your body turns into an adult body. You start to develop feelings for girls. You start to make sperm cells, which eventually can make eggs inside the woman's womb, which eventually makes life, which is known as life equation. Now, for men, usually our puberty changes within 8 and 17. We do not make any difference on how we develop. No age is better than one. Changes happen in the years and some over several. You will eventually grow taller, your bones grow bigger, you get more muscles like I already do. I'm not gonna brag. Your body sweats more, especially if you're playing football. You get more facial hair, which girls get turned off by. You get pimples, which are secondary sex characteristics, so they all are. But you know what? You have to deal with them. Your voice gets deeper, your scrotum hangs. You may have mood swings, like if you're happy or sad or mad. Breasts will grow, and hey, you gotta like that, don't you? Then you eventually get into where you have hormones. They're chemical messengers that travel into the bloodstream from the place where they go work at. Pituitary gland gets things started, like a party. They make the sex hormones. It's also the sex hormones that cause children's bodies into adult bodies. We both make testosterone and estrogen. We, as the boys, make a lot of testosterone but low estrogen. And as for the girls, they have a lot of estrogen and a low testosterone. It depends mostly on the heredity of the genes to make the cells develop into you. The genes also determine how tall you grow, and the other things that affect you, how we eat, sleep, and how much we are active. Your urethra also has the urine and semen that comes out when you get erect, which when the blood it comes to your penis, and then you eventually ejaculate, which is disgusting. The penis also gets erect when blood rushes to it. The muscle pushes the semen into the urethra. It's called ejaculation. When they find a wet, sticky spot, which is not something you want to wake up to, but it's called wet dream. So, if you're ever curious about it, go to a parent. Because I don't think you want to walk to school with that on you. Ew. Yep, that is disgusting. Some boys also do stuff. However you do it, it's okay. Some people some don't, some get angry at parents, some don't think, some eventually fall in love, and you know how they do. Now for the girls, I think that's where we want to be now. Okay. Their puberty is anywhere between 8 and 17, but mostly in 10 to 14. No age is better than one, just like the boys. For some, it happens in a few years, most in long years. Some, they eventually get taller and heavier, bones too, hips get wider, face changes shape, voice gets a little deeper, hair and arms and legs, darker breasts, and nipples get larger, which is going to be good for when the baby comes out and they drink the milk. They come in and out, the sex organs grow, and they may have mood swings, just like the men. The pituitary gland is the mastery for them. It depends on how your heredity, the genes from your parents, and the cells that develop you. The vulva, there is the area of the soft skin between a female's legs. The clitoris is a small organ made of nerves and tissue at tops where lips join and is sensitive to touch. So that's when the male goes to the female and gives her pleasure by touching the clitoris. It also, with the labia, it has a soft fold that covers inner parts. It can grow darker and bigger. The urethra, not a sex organ, is a tiny opening that comes out of bladder. The vaginal open is like an entrance. So it's like being a rookie in the NBA. and you're going into the doors for the very first time. The anus is the two cheeks in which the buttocks meet where the bowel movements come out, which is discussed. The uterus is called the womb. It's the muscle organ size of the period comes from. The fallopian tubes, they're narrow and ovary. Ovaries are the glands that make eggs. The cervix is the lower part. Makes mucus, keeps sperm alive, and comes out of uterus. These egg cells are half formed. At puberty, hormones tell the ovaries it's time to start ovaring. Usually one egg at a time matures. The lining has lots of tiny blood vessels. The lining is there to protect and feed on a fertilized egg, just like a tiger would do to a cheetah. If it doesn't meet the leg, it breaks up. It's called menstruation. Some call it period. It's called menstrual cycle. Many women will get mucus discharge. It can vary, usually 3 to 8 days. You lose a little of blood. It also lasts every 23 days is when it would usually come. It may not be the only pattern. Some may have regular cycles, may have every 23 days, like I said. And months to the first day it happens. It's like a nosebleed. You don't have to be aware of it to tell somebody. Some girls get cramps, tight pains around a uterus. Some get it every time. So, if you're scared and you never know what it is, I'd be advised to tell a parent. Family use pads and tampons. The pad absorbs the blood. It must have a sticky strip hole to underwear. It comes in a variety of shapes and flavors like cherry. And the PMS, which I'm glad we don't have, but the girls do, it stands for premenstrual syndrome. Some feel weepy, headache. Every day is different, but talk to an adult you trust. Lots of girls feel nervous when their breasts start to grow. Others are thrilled about it. Your genes, they determine your size and shape. There's swelling underneath the nipples and getting darker. One may be bigger for a while. They may feel sore for a while. But, you know what? Now we're on to methods of contraception. Now, you won't be embarrassed to talk about the sex with the partner, not an understanding using birth, control about pregnancy, religion beliefs, not using birth control correctly, spontaneous acts, use of substances, difficulty getting health care, birth control too expensive. Make sure you talk about your sex partner, huge chance of pregnancy, periodic absences. 80% to 99% is what would be a good effect if you use a condom. So make sure you do, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to have a baby. Because you'll be scared and you don't know what to do, because you're still young and you're growing up. We, as the males, provide you with a baby. It requires a great deal of control for the male to prevent his leakage of his sperm going onto the female's vagina. We have a thing called surgical sterilization, which is known as a vasectomy. It's greater than 90% effective. For women, there's tubal lubrication, and vasectomy again for them. These procedures can be permanent and irreversible, so before you do it, think about it. It's effective, reliable, affordable, safe, easy, reversible. Male condom provides very well. Available at pharmacies. Use a condom for all sex. Most are latex, non-latex, polyurethane, or polystyrene. Check the date, because it could be overdue. I'm pretty sure you don't want to use a nasty condom. Don't use oil-based products. Use any kind every time. Use a new one every time. The girl's condom is a barrier skin. It's available at pharmacy. Can put 8 hours before sex. Ready for feeling and sensitivity. Safe. No allergies. You can use water or oil-based use. A new condom every time. You have a hormonal contraception. The thick cervical mucus making sperm to get to egg continues the line of implantation, makes the uterus difficult. With regular 92 to 90% chance, if you use condoms. Makes the period more regular, products against some cancers. That all has to do with a dandle damp. You can also use a condom, but make sure you cut on the outside so that you don't cut the condom, and then you'll have to start all over again. Now, it does not protect from STIs, but may produce irregular bleeding, nausea, or headaches. Stop after 2 to 3 months. In rare situations, there are blood clots. Ew. They contain estrogen and testosterone. It is taken sometime each day. Cycles are 21 days or a 7-day break. The path war on skin, estrogen, and progestin more than 1 week at a time. It covers the very low, higher risk. It may cause skin irritation. The womb ring is worn for 3 weeks, while in the 4th week you have it free, and it may cause vaginal discharge. This was brought to you by Anthony Simonelli. Thank you for watching. You all have been very kind for listening to my presentation, and I just want to let you know that this is the end, and to always make sure that you stay safe when having sex, because it's very special, but you have to be very mature when you're doing it. So, bye!